we've got 2 mantra words in our house now, which we try to think of often, especially when we step out the door for a run. Those words are gratitude and curiosity. And without sounding like some tired old cliche, the reason those 2 words are so important is because they help center us on what we love about this, right? They help us clear out doubts. They help us get excited about the goals. And for me, most importantly, they help me get through the process, especially at the times when it is a struggle. So I want to start with that, because I feel like those 2 words also really touch on 2024 and what was a really great year of running. Probably the best one I've had. So yeah. So as I go through something of a year-end wrap-up here in this episode, I did want to start with that positive kind of intro, because that is genuinely where my mind has been for a large portion of this year when it comes to running. But with that being said, there's something that I have been thinking about a lot recently, and it relates to how my year has gone, and also more broadly to running as a sport. And that thought, or that theme that's been going through my head, is that running has a big problem. Probably more than one, but really one that I've been thinking about, which is the cost. When I started, just about a decade ago, I started getting into running. It was in part because it was the most affordable hobby I could take up. I had just gotten out of time spent working in high performance automotive, which is the opposite end of the spectrum. And I had pretty much minimal income, to say it nicely. And I wanted something to do that I could afford, that would challenge me, fulfill me, keep me grateful and curious, with the future. And running, just from the first 5K I did, it really helped me scratch that itch of curiosity. And every run, good or bad, to this day, has made me feel grateful. So it also, or it now alarms me with that problem I just mentioned, which is the thing that got me into it, or one of the things that maybe not got me into, but got me to try it. I feel like it's going away quickly, maybe very quickly. And I can only speak probably these days to the trail world, because I don't spend a lot of time doing road running these days. But trail running entry fees, trail running shoes, trail running gear, trail running nutrition, they're exploding in cost. And I'm not going to be the expert here telling you why, or making excuses or whatever. I just think it needs to be addressed that this is a huge problem. Because one of the beautiful things about our sport is its accessibility, and I really don't want to see us becoming the next golf, or goodness, sailing or something, because it just feels like we're on that track. And I think more people need to talk about it. So, with all that being said, why has it been on my mind lately, and how does it relate to this past year for me specifically? Because on paper, it has not really been a problem for me. And that's why I've been thinking about this, because due to some career changes, Sumner and I are in a much better position now than we used to be financially, which is awesome and very grateful for that. But that's probably the only thing that's allowed either of us to chase some of these bigger goals, and it's certainly been the main contributing factor in the past year that I've had. There's no way we could have afforded to go to World Champs a couple years ago. There's no way I could have afforded to go to Chuckanut, Sonoma, Canyons, all within a couple months without having a better paying job. And I just think it's kind of sad that running, if you want to compete at some of these big races is not about your ability these days. It's about being upper middle class and having income to go do it, or family money that can pitch in. And that just, I don't know, makes me really sad. Okay, now that we've covered that, I do want to kind of highlight some more just how fun and awesome this past year was for me, and just how incredibly grateful I am. And I'm talking about the filming part of it, because this has been just over a year now that I've been carrying a GoPro along and playing with a drone and all the other fun things that I've taken up. And it's been awesome. It's been, you know, enjoyable. Lots of learning. Kind of scratching that curiosity itch, right? I would say that a year ago when I started out, I did have goals and aspirations for kind of monetizing a YouTube channel, doing some little business type of stuff out of it. And that has definitely not happened. But on the other hand, I kind of don't care. That goal is not, you know, I wouldn't say no. I would love to have some more followers because I feel like I have stuff to say. And I'd love to share that, but I don't care. There's no pride on it. There's no need for monetizing it or anything like that. But it has allowed me to learn a lot of new skills and honestly have fun with my own training more than I think I would have without the camera. It's given me kind of random, crazy, harebrained goals. Some of them I haven't even done, but just kind of thinking about and planning them out with a film project in mind has just added to the daily training and made my other runs more fun. So completely unexpected, that part. Yeah, I had no idea it would make my training more fun. And it's worked. I run more vert than ever by a lot this year. 150,000 feet more than last year, which was already my biggest year yet. And kept the mileage about the same. So overall intensity is certainly a lot higher, or overall workload, maybe not intensity. Finally got back into a little bit more of a consistent alternate workout schedule with skiing earlier in the year, rock climbing a couple times a month, and good consistent strength work all year. So in many, many ways, it was the best year of running I've had. And yeah, I'm super grateful for that. It's really windy on the way back. It's getting kind of cold. Thankfully, I dressed appropriately. So, thanks to Kylos for some dope gear. Here we are on a cow trail again. Hopefully I don't regret it, as I often do, because these cows be crazy. This one seems pretty good though. Well, probably not a shocker to anyone who's watched a single one of my videos, but the cow trail did not pan out. I went the wrong way, so I'm scrambling back out of the stream bed now. Fun, fun, fun. Make our way back up to the actual trail. It is. It's still fun to explore. Doesn't always pan out. Barbed wire. Oh well. Still a good time.